Now, one of the most common questions I get from people when it comes to buying and selling of used cars is, how do you get the maximum possible amount of money from selling your car? And the answer is very simple. You've got to sell it yourself. But selling yourself comes with the hassle of, firstly, you have to take endless calls before people come and view your car. And you probably have to go through 5 or 10 people viewing your car before somebody is ready to buy. And then when the right person shows up, the person is going to demand for a PPI. You have to send the car to workshop for inspection. After that, collect deposit. You will first have to settle whatever your loan balance first before the transaction can produce. It means that you have to produce the cash yourself, right? The new buyer probably want to apply his loan. Okay? Then you have to send to Puspacom, you have to go JPJ, do thumbprint, and all that. A lot of late work involved. So, there are a lot of people I've seen where they thought they wanted to sell the car themselves, then end up they give up. They go to used car dealer, they go to car bidding platforms like Kasam, Maituka, all this. But that comes another problem. Used car dealers, Kasam, Maituka, these guys are businesses. I mean, they will want to give you the best possible price for your car, but let's face it, when they acquire your used car, they are acquiring a stock with a depreciating asset. They may buy your car today at, let's say, 90,000 ringgit, but by the time when they sell your car, their car is probably worth 70,000 ringgit. How? So that is the reason why used car dealers or bidding platforms or whatnot, they usually have to tekan you a buffer of 10-20%, easily 30% of your car's value. Right? So let's say, for example, if your car is listed at 100,000 ringgit, used car dealer will probably offer you 65, 75 if you are lucky. If let's say the car has a maybe that particular model, if you're selling a Honda Civic and Songam, he's got a customer asking him to help look for a Honda Civic. Okay, maybe he'll offer you 85 or 80,000 ringgit. Make less money, but secure your car because he has a customer waiting for you. But here's the problem. There's also a lot of people where the even if you're willing to make less money out of the transaction, for a lot of people, the money, the offer cannot even cover back the loan, right? So the thing is that there's a very big gap between what the cars are selling in the market to end users versus what the used car dealer is willing to offer you. Okay, so here's the thing. Then it's a choice really between you let the used car dealer do all the work, take less money, or you do all the work for more money. Two ways. But what if there is a third way, and a method that allows you to get a bit more money back, but without having to deal with all the hassle? So in the last few years, there's a very popular method of selling cars. It's called selling by consignment basis. So fun fact, my E39 that I'm driving here was also sold to me on a consignment basis from the previous owner. All right, I've never met the previous owner. It was all dealings through the used car dealer, but it was a consignment sale. Now, how does the consignment sale work? Basically, very simple. The used car dealer does not buy the car outright for you. You just park your car with them. They facilitate all the selling process. So it's essentially a best of both worlds approach, okay, whereby you have access to the dealer's full sales machine. All their salesmen will be pushing the car for you, right? They will help you deal with all the listings on Muda, Carlist, Facebook Marketplace, and all that, right? And because the dealer did not have to fork out money to acquire your car, all they want from the transaction is a little fee. Now, that fee can vary from car to car. There's no fixed rule about it. But my advice as a consumer is to you as a consumer is that if you are looking to sell your car on consignment basis, then what you want is a conversation with the dealer agreed upon amount, whereby upon facilitation of the sale, how much are you taking back from the transaction, right? So let's say, for example, if your car's market value is, say, 100,000 ringgit, okay, the best offer that you can get from the the bidding platforms and whatnot is 75. So you there will be a discussion between you and the dealer. What is the amount in between that two extremes? Maybe it's 85, maybe it's 90, 95. Okay, but make no mistake about it, you need to leave some margins for the dealer to make as well. And it cannot be too small margin, because the used car dealer will also have to take part of the money to cover his or her own expenses, all the advertising cost, and also commissions for the salesperson who closed the deal. Okay, so let's say, for example, in a let's say like 100,000 ringgit car, all right, whereby if your previous best offer is 75, then the used car dealer will be asking you, okay, are you okay to take back, say, 90,000 ringgit or 85,000 ringgit? And then the used car dealer will try to sell at 90 to 95,000 ringgit, bump it slightly below market value. So in that sense, the potential buyer is win as well, because he will be able to, because leveraging on that large gap, the potential buyer is able to buy in the car at a slightly below market price. Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, and the used car dealer makes some money by facilitating all that. They'll make a smaller amount of money because they don't have they are facilitating this transaction without any capital risk. Okay, now then the question is, what are the things you want to watch out for when it comes to choosing a dealer, or negotiating your consignment transaction? Number one, pay attention. Look for dealers who are trustworthy. Because recently there was a case whereby somebody paid a dealer a huge seven-figure amount for a Lamborghini, and the dealer ran away with that money. So you want to be very careful with that. Choose a dealer that has a good reputation in the market. Ideally, a reputation good enough that it is so not worthwhile for the person to cheat you of the money. Okay, now, so choose a good dealer. Okay, and when you engage in the transaction, be very, very clear how much money that you want back from the sale, and how much does the used car how much is the used car dealer making from the transaction. Be transparent, all right, and of course, make it clear, in the event of any damages, any mishaps, who is responsible for what. Negotiate all this upfront before you park your car with the dealer. Okay, and be sure that there is some form of paperwork that protects you and the dealer as well. It means that the paperwork should outline what is the dealer responsible for in caring for your car, and what are the things that will be under your cost. So say, for example, when the car is there in the dealer's yard, it is still your responsibility as the seller to continue servicing the loan until a buyer is found. All right. And in the event whereby, let's just say, a damage is incurred, who is responsible? Who is paying for it? Right. So all this must be spelled out. And if, let's say, the terms are not comfortable for you, don't do it. Okay. It is as simple as that. So most used car dealers today offer the option of selling cars by consignment basis. Why? Because it is, compared to holding stock, it is a much lower lower capital risk for the dealers, which is why it is also a very attractive model for the used car dealers as well. I myself am also working together with a group of used car dealers to help people sell their cars on consignment basis. And if you are interested to know more about this, you can drop me a line in the I've put a link to a Google form in the description section below, as well as the pinned comments. you can fill in your details, and my team will contact you to help to assist you on this matter. Okay, I've seen before car owners get back 20,000, 30,000, even up to 40,000 ringgit more than the best offer they got from the used car dealer. Okay, they are still selling it at below market value, but it is a good midway between selling the car yourself, dealing with all the hassle, and getting a bit more money back from the transaction. At least for many people, it was the difference between having enough, having money to take back from the car versus having to top up money to the bank to settle their loan. Okay, so yeah, drop me a line. Form is in the description section as well as the pinned comments. Look forward to see you in the next video. Take care.